Checking off these values will not guarantee any individual of a sure path to Putnam High's Wall of Honor. However, using these building blocks as a foundation for impressive lifetime achievements could greatly enhance one's chances. Steve Faucher has successfully achieved that goal. Friends? Check. Honor? Check. Loyalty? Check. And family? Check. Family values begin at birth. Relationships and activities with parents, siblings, and relatives provide the early formative base. Steve's parents, Pat and Bob, accepted that responsibility and instilled positive qualities and a hard work ethic at an early age in all three of their children in the family home on Walnut Street. Friends come and often go throughout one's lifetime. From the early neighborhood activities or pickup games to the beginning of organized sports like Little League, Steve acquired and maintained friendships with many, and it played a major role in developing his lifelong values. Successful participation in Putnam High sports provided additional opportunities to add to his popularity. Interest in baseball continued, but was overtaken by a new passion, football. He excelled under the coaching of Bob DeVoe, achieving league all-star status as a defense stalwart, but also contributed as a tight end on offense and became the Clipper punter in his senior season. While enjoying his success in athletics, Steve wasn't neglecting his classroom responsibilities. He achieved academic honors all 4 years and credits Dr. Louise Pempek as the PHS educator and mentor that had the greatest impact on his scholastic achievements. From an early age, Steve's desire and ambition was to follow in his father's footsteps and become an electrician. His initial employment at Electric Boat in Groton enabled him to complete an electrical apprenticeship as he began his professional career. Along with the career launch, a new phase of his life was also at its beginning. What started out as a high school romance between a Putnam High School junior and senior led to a wedding, and eventually 2 young sons, Justin and Zachary, were added to the family of Steve and Leah. In 1988, Electric Boat was facing uncertainty. Talk of layoffs caused concern about job security and prompted Steve to think that a career change might be needed in the immediate future. A friend informed him that the Connecticut Department of Corrections was in the process of hiring. He applied and was hired. But the friend who provided the hiring tip was not as fortunate. Attaining the 3rd highest ranking out of the 167 candidates at the Connecticut Corrections Pre-Service Training Academy led to his first position. Steve became a staff member at the Enfield Correctional Institution, where he was tasked with management and supervision of offenders, and the Northern Correction Institution in Somers, which served as the state's super maximum prison. As the climb through the state's correctional ranks continued, Steve and Leah decided that it was time to build a house of their own. Together, with 2 small kids in tow, and relying on the strength of their family dynamics and willingness to get the job done, mission accomplished at 241 Modoc Road. From 2000 to 2004, his assignment took him to the Corrigan-Rogowski Correctional Center in the Uncasville section of Montville, a maximum security facility that housed sentenced and pretrial offenders. It was in this position that Steve was selected State Facilities Manager of the Year. Then it was a return to serve as Deputy Warden at the Northern Correctional Institution before finishing his career as Correctional Warden in Brooklyn in 2020. Upon his retirement, he was recognized with a proclamation from Governor Ned Lamont.
You can't help but really respect him because he was very knowledgeable, and if you didn't know it, he'd bring people in. He wasn't one of those individuals that faked it till he made it. You know, he really put an effort in. And when you put an effort in anything you do, I mean, you come out with A top-notch individual that's squared away like Steve was.
While Steve's accomplishments and successes in his professional life were many, equally notable are his contributions toward his beloved city of Putnam. As his sons were becoming involved in youth sports activities, he didn't hesitate to join in. He served as a coach for youth football and soccer for many years. However, membership into the Putnam Lions Club in 2004 brought about a whole new meaning of volunteer involvement in Steve's life, equally as impressive as his corrections profession. It began a journey that continues to give back to the community in so many ways and never seems to abate. 2 years after joining the Lions, he accepted the role as president, an assignment that he has repeated 4 additional times. His chairmanship and volunteerism for fundraising efforts know no bounds. The turkey trot, manning the food booth trailer that is seen at many community gatherings, guest bartender nights, and cruisin' for cancer have Steve's stamp all over their success. But perhaps one event stands out. Each month, the Lions host a trivia night to raise funds for local organizations. Steve serves as the MC, and it affords him the opportunity to display his unreserved side of his personality. And his co-host Leah tries to keep him under control. The antics of the pair have been responsible for raising thousands of dollars. The Wall of Honor has been one of those recipients. While not one to seek out recognition for his altruistic endeavors, in other efforts, they have not gone unnoticed by fellow members, both locally and nationally. Steve has become recognized by the Putnam Lions and Lions International with the awarding of the Melvin Jones Award, the highest honor that can be bestowed to a Lion, and the Jerry Richards Award for service to the local club. The Lions are also known for their services to the blind and efforts towards procuring eyeglasses for the needy. Steve's efforts in this endeavor have earned him the Knight of the Blind Award. Lions' involvement for the Fauchers has also become a family affair. His son Justin was a member of the Leo's Club during his high school years, and wife Leah has been by his side supporting him through much of this journey. The Northeastern Connecticut Chamber of Commerce recognized this when both Steve and Leah were awarded the Chamber's Community Champions Award for their combined efforts.
First and foremost, Steve is a very family-oriented man. He absolutely adores our 2 boys, our 5 grandchildren. He takes great pride in his family, and he's just an amazing father, husband, Ampa, because that's what the girls call him. And the love and the dedication that he shows for his family just it's incredibly, incredibly strong.
In review, family from beginning to present, friends, a never-ending collection that continues today, honor, the testimony and recognition of so many, and loyalty. Despite all of life's distractions, a 40-year marriage continues because of commitment, mutual respect, and living by those established core values. The checklist is verified, and the Wall of Honor beckons.